Hey everybody, welcome back to Just the Best Partz. It's SP, I'm back in the chair. So today's a big day and all hell's about to break loose, but before I get into it, I want to talk about last week. You remember last week when I said I'm getting bad vibes about Soul? Well, I just can't shake it, man. This dude is sus. And I hate to say it because I love the character, but, I just can't shake that line that Holden and Vernestra dropped about, how... it was a maid that was being trained by a Jedi. I feel like this is a major breadcrumb. I don't have no proof of it, but I'm calling it just on like the vibe sake of it all. I think Soul is the Master Sith or Master Darksider or whatever you want to call him. I think it's him. And I'm sorry to the Soul Patrol. That sucks. But I'm calling it, man. This is the dude. He's the one that's pulling the strings. And I mean, we're not going to find out until like probably episode 7 or 8, towards the end of the show. But I just get this vibe, man. I don't have any, like I said, I don't have any real evidence about it. I just think that this will be revealed, at some point. Now on to episode 5 and let the speculation begin. First, I think we're in for an action-packed episode with some big surprises. I think that we're going to get another flashback to help peel back that onion a little bit more. But sadly, I think we're going to lose one of our own, man. I think one of the main characters is gonna dip on us. I think it's either going to be Yord or Jackie. I'm sorry, Yord Horde. I don't know if your number is up, but it might be. And I also hope we'll get a reveal on Smilo Ren. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Kamir. We'll see. And, that's pretty much all I've got for right now. And like last week, though, I'll be offering a commentary/analysis format rather than a direct reaction. Let's just dive in. I'm super pumped for this. Let's go. Okay, let me just get this out of the way. The battle was on point. I absolutely loved the whole thing. But what made it really interesting for me from a choreography kind of point of view was the addition of Cortosis. Cortosis has been around in Star Wars for a really long time. It was part of the Legends, some of the Legends books, and in canon, we get to see some of that with the Dr. Aphra comics. I believe her Null Blade was made out of Cortosis, and I'm pretty sure Cortosis shows up in one of the Thrawn books as well. I think it's the one with Anakin. I can't remember what that one was called, Alliances, I believe. So I really thought this was a nice tie into continuity, and I really love the effect, the way it almost looks like the saber explodes on contact and then shorts out. I thought it was just really well done. The other thing I really liked here was Kamir's dialogue. Just excellent character building here, especially the way he drops breadcrumbs that implicate Soul's potential treachery. As I said at the start, Soul is definitely hiding something big. He's sus as hell, and having Kamir confirm that Soul knew him in the past is a major plot point that I can't wait to be revealed. A lot of people are thinking that Mother Coral is the master, and it's possible that Kamir was there the night of the slaughter. And I'm sure all this is going to be resolved in a flashback scene. After this episode, I don't know really what to think of Soul. At the beginning of this, I said, well, I think he's the master. I just don't know if that's true now. After watching this, I'm like, man, I think he's done something really shady. I don't think he's going to be the master. He just doesn't seem to have that in him. And then there's that one quote, the whole, I've accepted my darkness. What have you done with yours? I think it was. Man, that feeds right into that theory, but I just don't think it's going to happen. There's something definitely there, but I don't think it's as bad as I was originally thinking. Oh boy. What am I to say about Jackie and Yord? I was so sad to see Jackie and Yord go. These are two of my favorite Jedi. Jackie was so astute and loyal and competent, and she could just cut through the BS and got shit done. And Yord, the low self-esteem Jedi, always trying to prove himself, but so awkward. So it's sad to see characters like this get wiped out that quick. And man, the scene was brutal. I mean, it was just horrible to watch Jackie go like that, and then Yord. And if you remember last week, I complained about the bug scene, that it needed to be resolved. It wasn't resolved last episode. So I thought, well, if it doesn't get resolved here, then that's definitely a weak kind of storyline. But it did get resolved. I'm pretty happy with the payoff. I would have preferred more of a battle with them, but this is fine. It worked for me well enough. And hey, Basil for the win, man. Hopefully Pip will be back in the action soon enough. Pip rules. I love Pip. And then lastly, the whole May Osha switcheroo thing. What's that name of that movie? The Parent Trap or whatever. It seems like that's what they're kind of doing. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, I think. How long will it take Soul to figure it out? And why didn't he sense it already? I mean, she does have the mark on her head, so That's a dead giveaway if her hair, you know, doesn't cover it properly. And then what about Osha under Kamir? What's Kamir going to do with her? Is he going to brainwash her, try to like train her up? You know, I mean, how big is this switcheroo really going to be? So I think that's really going to be interesting to see how that all unfolds. So overall, I really loved this episode, but it was a lot. We lost a lot of red cloaks and we lost 2 great Jedi, and that kind of F's me up a bit. Great battles though, great story development, and great performance all around. We didn't get Vernestra or the flashback like I thought, but that'll be coming soon enough. I'm guessing that next week is probably going to be the flashback. You know, that trailer had her in a forest with the light whip, so I'm wondering if she's going to go back to Kofar and take care of business, man. So that's going to be interesting. So that's about all I have. And so I wonder what the fallout and outrage will be this week. So until next week, I'm SP. This is Just the Best Partz. Thank you all so much for visiting. You guys rock, and we'll see you soon.